From WPTV News Channel 5, it's Slay Your Day with TA.
Right. Thank you so much. So we have Dr. Mark and Rachel from Disney's Animal Kingdom, and you guys are part of a exciting new series coming to Disney Plus, right?
Yes, we are. Thank you so much. It's the magic of Disney's Animal Kingdom, and we're very excited.
And if for somebody who doesn't know what it's all about, can you explain it?
Yeah, sure. The magic of Disney's Animal Kingdom is a series of stories that will take guests, viewers rather, through experiences that animals have with the keepers, the amazing people that take care of them. Here at Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park, at Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge, and at the Seas with Nemo and Friends at Epcot. So it's a very broad range of animals and the folks that take care of them. You layer on top of that the work that we do to protect these animals and their habitats out in the wild. And on top of that, the amazing creative genius of our Walt Disney Imagineers. And you get a wonderful package that we're sure is going to be very engaging for our viewers.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. And on top of that, National Geographic is producing it, so the quality is just on top of the Disney quality already. Now, Rachel, what I really like about the episode I watched is the relationships you get to see between the keepers and the animals. Can you explain that?
I think that is one of the things we really want people to understand is that we form these really intricate relationships with these animals, and it really helps us to really participate, to have them participate in their care. So, I have worked with some of these animals for over 20 years. So we formed, I like to think, somewhat of a bond during that time. But I hope our viewers really appreciate that piece because it takes a lot of work to make some of these relationships. And you'll even see it with animals like crocodiles, which a lot of people don't think about that. But I think that's one of the really special things about the show.
Yeah, it was really interesting to watch them train the crocodile or the alligator. I'm not sure which one episode I saw hit its mark. Can you explain how y'all do some of that training?
So it's basically what we call positive reinforcement training. It's the same thing you might do with your dog at home, but for us, there's a little bit of a different aspect to it because the animal has the choice. If they do not want to participate, they do not have to participate. So it's always about letting that animal have a choice, but then also having them want to do those things because that helps us take care of them. So with that crocodile, we were trying to get him into a crate, and we needed him to come and touch his nose to a target, and he did that freely. So we know we're doing our job when they do that. And if they don't, then we need to figure out, well, why did they choose not to do that? So it's just an ongoing piece of our job.
And Dr. Mark, something I didn't think about, but it makes total sense, is there's doctors on site to take care of some of these animals' ailments.
Oh, yes, absolutely. We've got an amazing animal care team with a very broad range of specialities from nutrition, endocrinology, the science of animal welfare, the veterinarians, veterinary technicians. We've got it all. We're very, very lucky to have a great team.
And that seems like it's a job that would never pause, even if there's a pandemic or even if there is the theme parks are closed, you're still going with that.
Absolutely, yes. We're keeping our animals safe. We're keeping our cast safe, and now, at last, again, we've got our guests here as well, and we're keeping them safe too.
And Rachel, I saw in one of the episodes that one of the keepers made a toy for a rhino, and a whole kind of team building exercise happened.
So that's what we call as enrichment, and so that's just something that's going to help the animals exhibit natural behavior. So it's something we use a whole lot. But I think sometimes it's more enrichment for our keepers because we have to think about these things. What are they really going to like? Will they really use this? And so that episode's really fun because you do see a whole team of people come together and make this big toy. And then there's like this moment of, well, is he not even going to use it? Because it took all of them to make it. So I think that's just another one of those special moments where you kind of get that backstage look at how we're keeping them engaged and interacting with things, even when they're not out on our safari.
Yeah, and just I just thought it was interesting with the tiger how they create little puzzles to keep them mentally agile.
Yes, so that tiger in particular, she's very smart, and so that means we have to up our game with enrichment. So again, we've got to think of these things, because if it's too easy, she's not going to play with it. She's going to be bored. And we don't want that. We want things to be really stimulating for her. So, it just makes us do a better job.
And it occurred to me, because in watching this, nobody's wearing masks, that these episodes take over a long period of time.
Yeah, that's correct. We filmed this over a period of about 5 months, and that was before the COVID situation materialized. So yes, that's well picked up. But I got to tell you, we use some amazing technology to just get a different perspective. The first thing is backstage, which we've not done before. So this is new for us. But at the same time, we used amazing technologies, underwater cameras, we used drones, we used big cranes. And again, none of that disturbing the animals, right? Because you'll notice in all the footage, the animals just carry on doing their thing. And we were able to get amazing views of them doing what they do naturally. And then, of course, tell the stories that came out of that.
Are either of you featured in the series?
I've left that to professionals like Rachel. She features prominently, especially in the gorilla stories. So please do watch that. There's a very engaging segment with a young gorilla named Grace. And Grace is named after our Gorilla Rehabilitation Center in the Democratic Republic of Congo that Rachel helped to establish.
And Rachel, what's that feel like to be suddenly not behind the scenes, but in front of the camera?
It's very different. It is certainly out of my wheelhouse. It's not anything I expected to be doing when I started doing this, but I really enjoy it because we can get our message to so many more people. So if I can help kind of guide people to want to go out in their backyard and build a bat house or have a butterfly garden, just by interacting with some of the gorillas and talking about the stuff we do with them, then it is wonderful and I love it.
Well, thank you both for being with me. I really appreciate your time this afternoon.
Thank you.
Slay Your Day can be found in the WPTV app on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, or Android TV. Plus on the Taste and See South Florida Facebook page and the WPTV free mobile app. Okay.